All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson. Tonight I want to talk about a young prospect in the sport that, based on what I've seen from her in her past several fights and based on her background, I feel like she has potential to be the future of the flyweight division. Maybe not a champion someday, maybe not. It's too early to tell, but I think that she's definitely someone to keep an eye on and that she could be the future of this division. I'm talking, of course, about Erin Cold-Blooded Blanchfield. Now, taking a look at Erin, she's currently 6-1 as a pro MMA fighter. Now, she made her debut in March of 2018 with a win over Whitney Powles via TKO due to doctor stoppage at the end of the first round at Cage Fury Fighting Championship 70. Like I said, that was March of 2018. Now, her most recent fight was a win over Brogan Sanchez via unanimous decision this past week at Invicta 41. Currently, Erin has 3 wins by finish for a 50% finish rate. I already mentioned her debut win via doctor stoppage. She also has a win via submission due to Americana over Gabriella Golfin at Cage Fury FC number 76 in June of last year. And then just earlier this year in February, she won via TKO over Victoria Leonardo with a knockout followed up by punches at Invicta FC number 39. Now, she has 1 loss to Tracy Cortez in February of last year at Invicta FC number 34 by split decision. And a lot of fans, I think most people that watch that fight will tell you she should not have lost that fight. A lot of it was spent with her trying to latch onto submissions and Cortez basically doing nothing but to defend them. And somehow, because Cortez was on top a lot of the time, the judges gave it to Cortez. That was in Missouri. Had it been across the river in Kansas, Blanchfield might have won. Missouri has some weird judges. Now, I've talked before on this channel that I'm not into hype trains. And I want to put this disclaimer up right now. This is not a hype train video. Okay, Erin is a legit prospect. And I'm going to go over why. Okay, she came into the sport with a good grappling background already. She trains out on the East Coast as a hotbed for grappling in New York, New Jersey. She won the flyweight tournament at the Eddie Bravo Invitational 12. You can watch that on Fight Pass. Eddie Bravo Invitational, it's submission only. Won 3 fights that evening. So she already came in with a legit grappling background. Now, she has also shown consistent improvement in each and every fight. And she's also developed her striking to round out her game. Like I said, she went from a submission in one fight with the win over Gabriella Golfin via Americana. Very next fight, she comes in and takes out a very tough, heavy-handed striker in Victoria Leonardo via strikes. I mean, nobody was expecting her to knock Leonardo down multiple times with high kicks. So she has shown significant, some consistent improvement with each and every fight, and she has shown an ability to round out her game. Okay, one of the things that I like that to me makes a good prospect is that she doesn't have to rely on any single thing to get her wins. For example, a lot of fighters that get put on hype trains basically are one-dimensional fighters who end up getting exposed as such. For example, they might be tough on the feet, they might be heavy-handed, but as soon as they can face someone who has a tough chin and is more well-rounded than they are, they crumble. Or take, for example, someone like Macy Barber, who largely relied on her size and natural athleticism to get to her wins. But as soon as she stepped it up against fighters who were more technical and were just as strong as she was, she got exposed. Erin, however, has not had to rely on a single aspect of her game to get her wins. She's gone to the striking. She's gone to the ground when she needs to. She's like I said, she's rounded out her game. If she needs to stay on the feet, she can stay on the feet. She's competent there now. But if she gets in trouble on the feet, she can still always take it back to the ground where she's strongest. Now, I think that she's ready for the UFC. A lot of fans were disappointed that she didn't get called up for Dana White's Contender Series. Frankly, I say good. She got another win in Invicta this past week that she wouldn't had she been scheduled for the Contender Series. And frankly, I'm just not a big fan of the Contender Series. They want a specific type of fighter, the consistent fighter who's going to go out there and basically put on a just bleed fight, go for the finish no matter what. Erin, I believe, is a better fighter than what you normally get on the Contender Series. She may not always get the finish, but she is more consistent, and she's a patient fighter too. She has killer instinct when it's necessary, but she's not just going to rush out there looking to get the finish each time and then suddenly be in trouble like a lot of fighters when she can't get the finish. Now, like I said earlier, is she a future champion? It's too early to say, and, I'm not a psychic. I'm not. However, at 21, I think she is definitely a part of the flyweight division's future. I think this young lady, she's 21. She's got a very bright future ahead of her in fighting. And I think she's ready for the call-up to the big show in the UFC. Now, Bellator could come knocking, but I'm just not a big fan of Bellator's flyweight division and how Bellator runs it. So I'd rather see her go to the UFC and where she'd be in the mix at the lower echelons of that division already. So, those are my thoughts on Erin Cold-Blooded Blanchfield. Let me know your thoughts on her in the comments down below. Of course, if you liked the video, please give it a like and share it as well. Share the word on Erin. In the meantime, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.